Didn't mean to fucking hit the goddamn. Rather get close to the fucking thing or else, you know, the. Yay. Where are we going now? Over there, Jesus Christ. Right now. But what is the ether curve? Going back? So we're gonna go up. This is the east. What am I doing? Come on, man. What's happening? Oh God. Oh, hold it up. Jesus Christ, that was a lot of enemies. What is this? Gales. What is weather is called? Oh. No. Oh no, I didn't want to. Damn, I got hit by that. Oh God, I dodged it. Okay. Little did I know it, I was too epic. Let me uncover this. If I can, at least. Ow! We're going now. How do I get over there, though? You there? Allow any ether currents? All I need is a few more. Come. We need ruins. Oh, just some lightning sprites. There is one. Come to Papa. Haha. Dragon. Oh god. The amount of abilities that just went off. Few more, come on now. Hello, Estidian. Ooh.
Is that it?
Oh, so that's what I was looking at. Big spooky place up there.
Aye, that would be the Airy. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye, his caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated. Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
Ooh, we're gonna get Sid's help. I can get some pants. Alright, there we go. A force of sufficient power to break through a primal's defenses might conceivably grant us access to the Eyrie. And I can offer no better solution. Pray consult this engineer friend of yours. Very well, on the condition that you swore not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. I steal all the glory for myself, you mean? Hey, I am not so selfish as that. Contact me by Link Pearl when your preparations are complete, and we shall set forth from Ishgard together. I suggest we rendezvous back at St. Renet's Forum, Zaris. From what I gleaned of the Holy Sea's decidedly ambitious airship project, it will still be in Ishgard. He may very well still be in Ishgard. Yes, yes, yeah. I have one more ether current in the mist. Actually pretty, like, literally, besides the one that I didn't get, which I might have just missed on the way, they're literally all on the way of doing the MSQ. So I think that was intentional. They don't actually have to just look around all willy-nilly. Because literally all in that. It was literally just in this area. It might be like around here, the last one. I didn't even go anywhere near up here. Hello, Alpha No. When last you saw Master Garland, he was advising the Ishgardians on their ailing airship, correct? In that case, he might still be at Camp Cloudtop. Failing that, we could try the airship landing, or mayhap even the Sky Steel mining factory. Let us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in the city is sure to know where to find him. The question is who? Sir Amorik would seem the obvious choice, but there's no guaranteeing he'll be able to grant us an audience at short notice. Ah, I have it! Count Edmond's youngest son prides himself on knowing all of the Holy Sea's juiciest rumors. Let's return to the manor and see if Lord Emanalain is about. Yeah, last video, right? The thingy-majiggy is... Hello! Ah, the hero returned. How goes the fight, old girl? Well, I trust... In search of a Sid Garland, you say? Then say no more. The taverns are full of talk, and the name of said silver-haired genius has cropped up more than often than most. I hear he has been tasked with getting that monstrous airship the Holy See commissioned to actually fly. So it seems the project has been plagued with mishaps from the first. In any case, Garland Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I'll wager their master does too. Airship landing? Yes, I thought as much. Come, Ceres, we must find Sid and trouble him for his expert opinion. Where was the Athenaeum Astrologicum building? Athenaeum Astrologicum. Oh, is Ed Garland here? Ed! I knew I could find you. Sir, it's Alphino. How fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces. Greetings, Master Garland. I am sure it will come as little surprise when I tell you we need of a favor. Another wind barrier? And you say it was conjured by Nidhogg? The Enterprise could certainly take you where you need to go, but she would not fare well against dragons. She's agile for a ship her size, but not that agile. The Dravanians would fly rings around her. If they took it into their heads to incinerate the rigging, well, there would be precious little we could do to avoid them. There must be something we can do, some manner of weapon we could employ. Estinian stands vigil at the edge of the churning mist, but we do not know how much longer. Alright, I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We need a smaller boat. Big Switch, it's time we gave that new toy of yours a proper field test. Ooh, what'd they make? It's probably best if I let the lads show you. Come. The manufactory is not far. Alright. Seems like they got something up their sleeves. I still. Manufactory. Pigs. A little project just inside. Oh, you're gonna like this one. Ooh, what is it? What is it? I can't wait. I can't wait.
Feast your eyes upon our latest and greatest feat of engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
Ooh.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own for a bit, and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
Impressive little thing, isn't she? My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on them. They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution. I'm actually a little upset that I didn't think of it myself.
The design does, however, come with one small flaw.
The energy conversion ratio's bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, lots of places you can't.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off. If you'll forgive the pun.
Sorry.
Tataru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Ul'Dah. It's about Her Grace the Sultana.
It seems you're required elsewhere. Leave the mana cutter with us. We'll see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds. You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Raoban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
Ooh, I wonder what happened. Did they like? I wonder if they said that she is actually dead or if she's actually alive. We'll find out right now. General Raoban says they may have uncovered the Sultana's whereabouts. He wants you, by which I mean both of you, to go to the Waking Sands right away and help with the investigation. Come, Saris. Pressing though Ishgard's plight may be, our presence here will not serve to hasten the Mana Cutter's completion. Let us return to the troubled lands of Thanalan and lend what aid we may. Tataru, have our friends at the congregation send a message to Estinian. Tell them we have identified a solution to our problem, but that it will take some time to prepare. As you wish, Master Alphino. The Waking Sands, Warrior of Light. His pastime Ul'Dah was delivered from this darkness. What? The fuck did I just see here? Oh, I was about to say. I saw something fucking drop from the sky. I was wondering what that was. Let's go. Waking Sands. What's that? Lighthouse. Look at that. What the? Wait, I have to go inside the Waking, right? Enter the Waking Sand. Hello. Oh,
Thank
he
you for
looks
coming.
like he's back in tip-top shape.
No thanks are necessary, General. I trust your recuperation continues apace.
I cannot complain. Thanks to Higirian administrations, I've regained much of the strength I lost during my imprisonment.
I gather you have made progress in the search for Her Grace.
Aye, some good fortune at last. A few days past, Ul'Dah informed us that a sizable shipment of alchemical supplies had been delivered to the palace.
With Papa Shan's assistance, I set out to ascertain the source and nature of the shipment. My inquiries led me to Frondale's frontistery. There, I learned that an order had been placed for a curious substance designed to sustain patients trapped in death-like slumber. An invention of the former head alchemist, apparently.
A death-like slumber? This cannot be a coincidence.
It lends some weight to Dulalla's claims, aye. Her Grace is likely somewhere within the palace, abed but alive.
Before making any attempt to extricate the Sultana, however, it seemed prudent to learn what manner of substance was used to induce her torpor. To that end, I made inquiries as to the whereabouts of the one most like to have administered it. The lady in waiting, Mariel. We sent for you as soon as we learned of her location. All that remains is to apprehend the woman.
We shall find our cat's paw in the Silver Bazaar. But we must tread carefully. The market is not the bustling place it once was, and someone is sure to mark our coming. Should they inform the monetarists, we'll have a fight on our hands. We must be prepared for the worst, and being short an arm, I thought it wise to take another in its stead. What say you, Warrior of Light? Will you lend me yours?
Of course.
Then I pity the bastard that stands in our way. Come, my friends, for Nanamo, and for Ul'Dah!
Oh, oh. Our target is Mariel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting, a woman of Midlander heritage. I'm told the two of you have met. Our sources indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident, quietly rejoined the dwindling population of the Silver Bazaar. I suggest we begin by questioning the market's residents and confirm that Mariel is still in hiding there. I mean, we do too much questioning, I'm pretty sure she'll find out eventually. I'm wondering what exactly was the one guy hoping to. Because he probably did know that Teleji was going to try to kill her, but he purposely switched out the poison. But he also wants to keep her in that state. Do I know of any returning residents? Gods, don't tell me if they're starting to come back. Masters will not be pleased to hear this. Hey, I helped you, remember? Greetings, Cyrus. What can I do for you for the Silver Bazaar's favorite adventure? Looking for Mariel, you say? If you're hoping to lure her back to Ul'Dah, you may as well give up now. Girl's done with city life. So she is here. Good thing I helped the people here. Pretty sure she would have told me anyways, but still. Mariel, she's here. Left the city for good, she says. Barely leaves her house, though. The one closest to the market entrance. Aha. Requires some question. Closest to the... Found you. Damn, someone really doesn't like to keep her doors locked, huh?
You are Meriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting?
I know no one of that name. Pray excuse me.
Yeah, yeah. It's not what everybody else told me. Oh! Big scary man!
General Alden.
We will have the truth from you, girl.
Oh my.
Mayhap it would be better coming from...
It's Lolorito.
Lolorito, you'd best talk fast.
As you know, Teleji Adeleji's Cartano reclamation bill was no more than a facade. A means to get his grubby little hands on that Allagan monstrosity Omega. When he learned of Nanamo's intention to abdicate, however, he was forced to amend his plans. Suddenly, assassination seemed the most promising way to further his ambitions. I am told Teleji had discovered a maid in whose veins ran the blood of House Thorn. A new, more pliable puppet to sit the throne. 'Twould have caused an uproar, of course, but few could have contested her claim. 'Twas plain that Teleji's wild machinations had outgrown our ability to control them. So I decided to usurp his scheme and left the fool to seal his own demise.
And what of Nanamo?
Oh, I have no desire to harm her grace. 'Twould profit me little to destabilize our government. Thus did I employ young Meriel here to administer a potent sleeping potion in place of a poison. You should know, General, that your dear friend Ilberd was fully aware of my plan. I had him lie about the assassination as a means to prime your rage against Teleji. We weren't entirely sure how you would react, but things went rather better than expected.
You conniving little worm! You had your claws in the Crystal Braves before their first recruit had sworn to serve!
But of course, when a new game begins, 'tis only prudent to have a piece on the board. Ilberd was mine. Truth be told, a significant proportion of the Braves' initial endowment was also mine. With such large sums moving about, 'twas a rather trifling matter to disguise my own contribution. Ah, Ilberd. I secured his services with a promise to support his cause once my authority had been solidified. I swear, the man thinks of naught but prizing Alamigo from the grasp of the Empire. Unlike you, General, the poor fellow seems quite unable to forsake the land of his forefathers. Mayhap that's why he called you a traitor to your people and a disgrace to your homeland, amongst other things. What was it he always compared you to? Oh, yes, an overgrown lapdog begging for scraps at the Sultana's table. Oh, how we laughed.
Can I kill this guy too?
Alas, Ilbert's entertaining little outbursts eventually gave way to wearisome tirades, and the zealous brute became rather unruly. I had no wish to see you executed, you understand, but he would not take no for an answer. Rest assured, his employment with me has long since ended. Which brings us neatly to the present. What say you, General? Both you and the Sultana are alive. We have one corpse and one fugitive, and preparations have been made to restore your good name. Shall we cry quits and start again with a blank ledger?
The hells we will! Do you honestly expect me to forgive and forget? After all you've done? You're guilty of high treason!
Stay your blade, Master Alden. You yourself are not innocent. Or have you forgotten your own crime in executing Teleji Adeleji without trial? Though you acted out of loyalty to the Sultana, such deeds are in violation of both the word and spirit of the law. If you would, Lord Lolorito?
This potion will wake the Sultana from her slumber. Consider it a gesture of conciliation. You will find her grace resting comfortably within her private chambers. Should you doubt my word, I shall willingly accompany you to the palace as your hostage.
I like not your motives, Lolorito. But you saved the Sultana's life, and for that, you have my gratitude.
Rauban Aldin, you are hereby reinstated as General of the Immortal Flames. The citizens of Ul'Dah shall once more be united under Nanamo Ul'Namo, and together we shall usher in a new age of prosperity.
Coming with us too? Yeah. With Alphano. By the 12, I fear Lord Lolorito's arrival would herald another bloodbath. Little did I suspect that he of all people would gift us the means to arouse the Sultana. And obviously he still wants to be in power. Can we also make our way for Ul'Dah? I should imagine that Bartholomew had been instructed to admit us. I mean, wouldn't Nanamo still want to step down as ruler? That kind of didn't exactly like the Monetaris, so wouldn't that go against what Florida wants? Pretty sure he still wants to be in power and shit. Have power. Then there's the Crystal Braves. I wonder what they're all doing. I know what those other three are fucking consorting with each other. But like, what are the other ones? Like the one that set up the fucking vial for me. Where's Riol? He's the only one that knew what was going on. The wake.
I was having the longest dream.
'Tis time to wake up, Your Grace. Another day begins in Thanalan, and the sun blazes bright upon the sands. Her Grace is awoken. The palace physician assures me she's none the worse for her slumber. I believe Her Grace will soon resume her plans to place the government of Ul'Dah into the hands of its citizens. Whatever path she chooses to take, I shall walk it with her. And we shall tread slowly, lest the nation be unsettled in our wake.
Her Grace's compassion is a shining beacon to us all. But what our city truly thrives upon is competition. 'Tis in the struggle against our rivals that opportunities are seized and fortunes made. And with the Empire on the offensive once more, now would hardly seem the time to turn our system of government upon its head.
Are you privy to new intelligence, my lord?
I would hardly call it new. Remind me, what was the name of that enormous Imperial warship which met its end in Mordona? Oh, wait, I have it. The Agrias. Yes, well, 'twould appear that the Garleans have been hard at work on another such vessel.
How close are they to completing this ship? Is it operational?
Its maiden flight was a success, I hear. I should imagine Emperor Varys is eager to see how it performs in battle. My lords and ladies, I move that it is time to repair the damage caused by Teleji Adeleji and prepare our great nation to repel the Empire once more.
Another big old ship? Oh no.
"'Tis well that the Sultana has awoken. The Syndicate yet needs to put its house in order, but 'twould seem the worst of the confusion has passed. Ul'Dah has taken control of its future, and I must do the same. I have decided to disband the Crystal Braves. Among the recruits, there were those who supported our Order's goals and convictions with all sincerity. 'Tis my hope that these loyal men and women will choose to remain our allies in the battles to come. As for those who sided with the traitor, Ilberd, they shall be hunted down and held to account for their crimes. It is my earnest hope that they will surrender themselves peaceably when the time comes, though I think it unlikely.
We hunt them all down?
All-conquering Crystal Braves. The model army meant to pave the way for a single unified grand company of Eorzea. That so high an ideal should be brought so low. I need not tell you how deeply the betrayal stung me. Yet I see now that it was mine own naivety and pride which allowed the Braves to fall prey to corruption. As ever, it is to your own shining example that I turn for inspiration. Like you, I mean to stand firm in the face of hardship and give mine all for the cause. Let us resume the search for our missing comrades, that we might come together to shine the light of dawn across the realm once more. The role of Crystal Brave Commander suited me ill, and I shall play it no longer. Henceforth, I shall be no more or less than Alphino, proud member of the Scions.
There you go, buddy. I blush to speak thus of mine inner turmoil, but the fact remains there is no woman alive in whom I would rather confide. Were it not for your shining example, I might never have emerged from beneath the pall of my despair. Still no word from Master Garland. Hope this mana cutter of theirs is nearing completion. Yagiri, I am assured that her grace will make a full recovery. I, and Ul'Dah too, shall flourish once more. General Ralbon and his colleagues have matters well in hand, I believe. Lady Yagiri, a question if I may. I believe your people have been keeping a close watch on the Crystal Braves. But you know how things stand at the Rising Stones? Yes, of course. You'll be pleased to know that the 3rd Unit Braves abandoned Revenant's Toll when they learned of Captain Ilbert's defeat. The only blue uniforms to be seen there now are those worn by soldiers loyal to you, Master Alphino. Me? I see. I'm grateful to hear that at least some of our members were true to their oaths. Ere we return to Ishgard, I must go to Rising Stones and thank these stalwarts for their service. It should be my final act as a Crystal Brave commander. Will you join me, sirs? You'll be there at the company's reception. 'Tis only fitting that you'll be present at its end. And I would appreciate the support. Don't worry, I got you, buddy. Wait, so far we know 4 people who like actually betrayed us, like from like people that we've seen. Or those 3 commanders, and then that one lady who dropped that vial so that could be framed. Oh, look, there's a crystal brave right here. It's real. Commander, you're alive. And Sarah's too. I knew you'd scrape by. My splendid crystal braves, I have wronged you, all of you. My promises of glory and salvation have brought you naught but blood and betrayal. Bah, you'll not hear us complaining. It was a sight messier than expected, aye, but we were still fighting for the freedom of all, just like we swore. Is that right, mates? Aye. You humble me. I'm truly blessed to have such steadfast comrades. It is with the most profound regret, then, that I must. That's enough of that, Commander. We know what you've a mind to say. We ain't having none of it. We've talked it over, see? And we've all agreed. You can take our uniforms and strip us of our ranks, but we won't be no less of a company. But the Crystal Braves? The Crystal Braves may be finished, but the ideals upon which the company was found to live on. They bind us to each other, and to you. Commander, Alpha no. Our minds are made up, so you may as well get used to it. Let us help the Scions. Let us help you find Minfilia and the others. Yeah. My friends, after all that has happened, I know not what to say. Everybody's here. Sarah Serene, I joined the Crystal Braves in the hopes of following in your footsteps, and I do not regret the decision. Not even for a moment. If we scrutinize the Scion's records, they should provide us with likely locations to which the missing Archons might have fled. Put your mind at ease. It is for work just as this that we have been trained. We'll find the missing Scions, I promise you. Between us and the Immortal Flames, no stone in Eorzea will be left unturned. I don't know if you know, but during that goddamn feast, Palamine got ambushed by some 3rd unit curs over in Limza. Told she danced freer than new style. I heard nothing sis, but my guess is she's lying low somewhere in the board. First things first, we must needs put the Rising Stones in order. We cannot have the Archons return to find their headquarters and shut. Excuse me, I had thought my tears spent. My grandfather used to say that one could measure a man by the constancy of his comrades. Mayhap I am the exception which proves the rule. Nay, do not protest. I know that I am not worthy of their loyalty, Ceres. But as Thaliak is my witness, I should do everything in my power to earn it. Must speak of future plans with the remaining Braves. Any information we uncover on the missing Scions shall need to be shared with our allies across the realm. Specifically, Urianger in the Waking Sands and Tataru in Ishgard. While we are organizing our various channels of communication, I would ask that you call upon Master Garland at the manufactory. I will join you in Ishgard as soon as I am able. Got it, buddy. Oh wait, wrong person. There is, how in the seven hells do you do it? I was just about to send for you. We have but this moment completed the mana cutter's first successful test flight. A few minor adjustments and she'll be ready to go. While we see to the finishing touches, you might want to pay a visit to Fort Tom Manor. A dragoon by the name of Estinian was looking for you. Was he? No doubt he's probably a little bit antsy. Tinian, hello. You have fulfilled your obligations to the Uldahs, then? Mr. Sataru has been keeping me appraised of the situation. Once I learned that these mana cutters of Master Garlands were nearing completion, I saw no reason to tarry and miss. For the present, Nidhogg seemed content to remain in the Eyrie, plotting his revenge. Might not this be an apt moment to unfold our plans to Sir Aymeric? I think we have kept him in the dark long enough. Yeah. Here. Forgotten Night. Aymeric has been eager to speak with you. Pray proceed.
All stands ready, Lord Commander.
Ah, the moment has come then.
Pray excuse my lateness. I paid a brief visit to the workshop to inquire about the mana cutters. The engineers assure me that they're ready.
The area is now but a short flight away. Yet what a long and winding path we took to reach this point. Were it not for Master Alphinaud's proposal, we never would have attempted to parley with the dragons. Though our negotiations yielded little, our expedition with Lady Isar taught us much.
You took an unimaginable risk. I could scarce believe the tale Estinian told.
Aye. 'Tis true that many of our countrymen would sooner die than join hands with the heretic's mistress. But 'twas through that most unlikely of alliances that we came to speak with Hraesvelgr.
A conversation that went rather poorly, as I recall.
In this instance, the journey was more important than the destination. Had we not slain Nidhogg's consort, Tiamat, and put the Great Worm on his guard, the Dravanians would have arrived at Ishgard's walls long ago.
Aye, that they would. Full grateful am I for every hour of respite your actions have afforded us. Thanks to you, our defenses are much improved. 'Tis but a pity they won't be enough.
Thus you believe an assault upon the area represents the city's best chance of survival. Is that not so, Estinian?
I am under no illusions. Nidhogg's might is legendary. But with his eye in my possession, I can stifle his strength at the source. Victory will be hard won, even so. And I shall be glad indeed to have the Warrior of Light at my side.
You shall have my blade as well. There are more of these mana cutters to be had, yes?
Lord Commander, no!
How can I, a proud knight of Ishgard, stand by and do naught while an outsider risks life and limb for our homeland? I swore an oath to protect this city.
Pray leave the slaying of dragons to dragoons, Sir Knight. Your duty to command the city's defense is no less vital. Should we fail, and Nidhogg slip through our grasp, Who then will hold the walls against him? Will you leave Ishgard in the hands of the Holy Sea's zealots?
There are others.
Who but you has the authority and the standing to orchestrate a city-wide defense? I do not, and neither does the Warrior of Light. That is why it is our place to fight, and yours to remain here, Lord Commander. What? You too, Master Alphino? By the Fury! You have shown some promise, but this adversary is far beyond your skills.
Your candor is appreciated, Sir Dragoon. I shall remain then and cheer you from afar.
Well, my friend, it would seem I have discouraged the last of the volunteers, and claimed the task as ours alone. But if any alive can best this worm, 'tis surely we too.
Oh boy. I'll be fighting Nidhogg now. It pricked Master Alphino's pride, I fear, but had it been less forceful, the boy would have insisted on accompanying us to the area. Do not think me blind to his talent. With a few more campaigns under his belt, I have no doubt that Alphino will make a fine field commander. But one does not practice on an adversary such as Nidhogg. We shall be hard-pressed enough without the added worry of carrying a novice.